us right inside Washington, D.C. when it comes to our borders, the immigration issue. Are there concerns? Do you have concerns that the continuing resolution could be used as a backdoor to any part of the president's agenda when it comes to their approach, his approach to immigration?
My biggest concern on the continuing resolution is that it is designed to expire in December. There is one reason and one reason only for continuing resolution to expire in December, and that is to force Congress to come back in December for a lame duck session. Now, a lame duck session occurs after the election, and the only reason to have a lame duck session is there are members of Congress in both parties who want to pass terrible legislation. They want to pass tax increases. They want to pass amnesty. They want to tax the internet. And they know the only way to get that done is to do it during a lame duck with members of Congress who've just been defeated at the polls, who are not coming back because there's no longer any accountability from the voters. I think it is wrong for us to have a lame duck session for anything but a true emergency. Instead, if anything substantive is going to be considered, it should be considered with members of Congress who are still actively serving, still accountable to the voters, and who will still face them in a coming election day. And I'll tell you, from the perspective of House Republicans, I don't understand the reasoning why on earth any House Republican would want a lame duck session. I believe it is likely, come November 2014, Republicans are going to retake the U.S. Senate, and we're going to retire Harry Reid as majority leader. If that happens, if we have the election day I believe we're going to have, then a lame duck session will be the last chance for Harry Reid and the Senate Democrats to do damage to this country. And why on earth would any House Republican want to pass legislation with Harry Reid and the Senate Democrats, where if you wait 1 month later, we will have, I hope and believe, a new Republican majority that can actually respond to the urgent priorities of this country and listen to the voters who elected us. I think a lame duck is a terrible idea, and I am trying to do everything I can to prevent terrible legislation from passing in a lame duck.
Well, Senator, you also managed to take my last question, as we are 48 days away from the election, so you've answered it brilliantly without even knowing my question, and I thank you for that. So good luck to you, sir. I, like you, believe that we need to take the Senate. It is very important to this country, as you and I have discussed before. Senator Ted Cruz, thank you as always. Good talking to you again.
Well, thank you, David. It's great to be with you, and I would certainly encourage your listeners to show up and vote this November, even if you're frustrated with Republicans. I promise you, I too am frustrated with Republicans. But this election is a Rubicon. This election is a fork in the road, a fundamental choice. And as long as Harry Reid and the Senate Democrats control the Senate, they are Barack Obama's most important protector. So what I would urge conservatives to do is show up and vote, even if you're not thrilled with who the nominee is. Show up and vote the Democrats out. And then after the election, let's stand together, holding everyone accountable, Republicans and Democrats. We need leadership in Washington to address the enormous fiscal and economic challenges, to stop bankrupting our country, to stop amnesty, to stop Obamacare, and to get back to the Constitution, to get back to the liberties our country was built on. And, David, I appreciate your standing up and speaking out for liberty each and every day.
Thank you, Senator. My old maxim, first you win, then you make policy. We're in full agreement.